Shalom. This is a short by Charlotte, out of Lansing Camp, located in Jezreel, Florida. First and foremost, I would like to give our praise and honor and glory to the Father and the Son, and the perpetual return. Call, Halam La, YAHAWAH Bashim Shai, Bashim, Harakak, that's my mouth. Also, double honor to the elders, Apostle GMS, and double honor to Apostle down here, YAHAWAH Masharala, Peace, blessing, 1/3, and citation for elect. It'll be a quick little lesson. Just going on the Lord, not forgetting His people, and what He's gonna do, what He's gonna do for the one that's called out to Him, and what He's gonna do for the ones, ultimately the wicked. I'm gonna start at Psalms chapter 72, verse 1. It says, "Give the king the judgments. Give the king thy judgments, O Yahawah, and thy righteousness unto the king's son. He shall judge thy people with righteousness, and thy poor with judgment." Both good and evil get judged. So you either gonna have a righteous reward or a good reward, and Yahweh Shai is gonna be the ultimate judge, our king that's coming down from the Shemaim, out of the right hand of Yahweh to judge the wicked and the wicked and the good on this place earth. All right, spiritually Babylon, America, spiritually Babylon, spiritually Nineveh. Man, this is what this place is. So verse 3 says, "The mountains shall bring peace to the people, and the little hills by righteousness. He shall judge the poor of the people. He shall save the children of the needy, and shall break in the pieces of the oppressors." So, we're the children of the needy. That's what Esau physically knows, because we're physically impoverished in this place, across the four winds. But ultimately, we don't need anything physical in this place. We don't need the money or the daily bread that Esau tried to give us, but it's distorted because our people basically are enslaved after that. They will unalive themselves or unalive one another for that daily bread, and that's either food or money. That's why people do to one another, just of a simple wickedness, But that's why the ones that do believe, the needy that do believe in Yahweh Bashim Shai, they're gonna ultimately be judged righteously, as long as they're being done, as long as they're doing stuff righteously. All right. Verse 4 says, well, I'm gonna read the last part. It says, "And shall break in pieces the oppressor." So man, Esau, he's not gonna forget his wicked. The Lord's not gonna forget the wicked, and the Lord not gonna forget His children. All right. So for the oppressors of His nation, honestly, it can be two there's a lot of people, that oppress one another. But the main oppressor, Esau, and these other nations, he has nothing but righteous in the nation coming before them. See, verse 5, "They shall fear thee as long as the sun and moon endure throughout all generations." So man, just like Yahweh would never forget His children, as long as the sun and moon endure, just like He won't forget the wicked that are on this place, causing oppression and oppressing the needy. He's not gonna forget them, and throughout all generations, And that's going to some camps don't, or not camps, but I can talk to God GOCC. They don't believe in like regeneration or reincarnation, and of course Christians don't and stuff. But that's throughout the seed and ultimately the reincarnation. The same people that was oppressing Yahweh Shai on the crucified on the cross 2,000 years ago. Them same spirits is back on this earth again, man. The same 2/3 spirit is back on this place, and the same wicked, the same heathens and Esau that is back on this place again. If you don't believe that, that's crazy. That's how the Lord works. Returning the spirit to the third or fourth generation. All right, but people don't believe that. Some people don't believe that, man. But it's in the scriptures, man. It's old. It says, "They shall fear thee as long as the sun and the moon endure through all generations." It says, "He shall come down like rain upon the mown grass, as showers that water the earth." Okay, man, he will come down It's gonna down this place like rain, like that. All right. When Yahushua come, Revelation 1:7, you gonna see him on a cloud, on a chariot with a fleet of angels. Angels ain't gonna meet his people as a man. He's gonna meet them as Adesanya. Not gonna meet his people as a healer, and as a prince of just simply as a prince of peace, but as a prince of power. As the anointed one, as the Mashiach, as yes, man, the Lord of terrors, the Lord of hosts. All right. It says, verse 8, he says, he shall have dominion. Or verse 7, I'm sorry. In his day shall the righteous flourish, in the abundance of peace, so long as the moon endures. All right, so in the kingdom, when it's given to the servants that was with Yahushua to the very end, 144,000 elect men out of the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, that's where righteousness will flourish forever and ever. All right, and Yahweh the Zion part of that number. All right, it says he shall have dominion, also from sea to sea and from river to river unto the ends of the earth. That's where it'll be given Yahweh by Shemashah's power and into his servants as well. All right, so you just want to pray to be part of the 1/3, the 1/3 remnant that are transformed and saved, becoming the first seed of New Yisrael, or be part of the 144,000 elect men that's out on the highways and byways right now, on the street corners right now, prophesying the name of the Lord and about the destruction of this place and about these few prophecies that got to happen, man. The MOTB, martial law, all right, an economic collapse in this place, a crime for wine, spiritual wine, and physical wine, of course, economic collapse and spiritual wine. All right, but that was just point going on that, man. How the righteous is gonna be saved, through salvation and on this earth and through salvation, and then the kingdom getting righteousness forever and ever. Man, as long as the moon and sun is gonna be here, that's how the Lord uses it as a rhetorical. I'm gonna keep going with this. And once again, this is Psalm 37, verse 29. It says, "The righteous shall inherit the land and dwell therein forever, forever." All right. No, yeah. So I'm gonna get that real quick. It says, "Yeah, the righteous shall inherit the land and dwell in there forever and ever." So the mouth of righteousness, the mouth of the righteous speak wisdom, and the tongue talketh of judgment. Let's get it, verse 29. I'm gonna go down 39 though. But it says, "The righteous shall inherit the land and shall dwell therein forever." I mean, that's how it usually works for the past times. Like Abraham or Isaac or Jacob. Of course, they have had lands, but ultimately, this place, this earth, has to be fully established in righteousness. Fully, forever and ever. That's being Yahushua. That's being this place. That's being this kingdom plucked out. And being destroyed through thermonuclear destruction, which the Lord allowed them to create just to come right back on their behind. All right, this is Psalms 37, 37 and 39. 37, 38, it says, "But the transgressor shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble." So come on, man. That's the truth. The righteous shall inherit the land forever. All right. Because of Yahweh Shemashah, because they follow the names, they follow the scripture to the best of their ability. They pray without ceasing. They study. It's just approved. That's what's gonna happen for the 1/3 and the hopeful elect. Yahweh is all part of that number, man. It says, verse 40, "And the Lord shall help them and deliver them, and He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them because they trust in Him." So boom, I didn't even mean to get this scripture. It's perfect. It's spiritual, man. The righteous shall inherit the land. That's what's gonna happen for the righteous. And righteousness is gonna flourish throughout the kingdom, of course. And this time, the Lord is gonna save these people. He's gonna save our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and speckled birds, because they have trust in Him right now. That's why He's doing that, because He loves them. I mean us, it's like because we love Him and we trust Him completely, putting all trust in Him. There's nothing else we can do on this place physically or spiritually other than praise the name YAHAWAH until our last breath. All right, and for that, the Lord is going to save us for trusting in Him. And this is going back to that rhetorical speech right there, Jeremiah chapter 31. I'm going to start at verse 35. It says, "Thus saith the Lord YAHAWAH, which giveth the sun for light by day, and the ordinance of the moon, and of the stars for light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is His name, YAHAWAH. If those ordinances depart from before me, said the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. So thus saith the Lord, if heaven above me can be measured, and the foundation of the earth search out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith the Lord." All right, but ultimately this is a rhetorical speech, or like a parable, if anything, a mystery. But this is a mystery that could be told easily. The Lord would not set the sun and the moon out of His place, or have them be destroyed. The sun is a servant for His people. The moon is a servant for His people to show the signs, the signs of feast days. The sun is for the day and seasons. The earth is a place where they dwell, where they are for the terrain. All right. So as long as the sun and moon is here, His people will be here, and that's gonna be forever. The Lord is never going to destroy those places. He already has it set up for this place, for America to be destroyed, spiritual Babylon, and for His people to dwell on this earth forever and ever, and across the whole universe, once this place is established fully. All right. But that's what the sun is for. That's what the moon is for. That's what His earth is for. All right. He created it for His people. All right. And it's never gonna be destroyed. It's never gonna be destroyed. But if it is destroyed, I have to other people. But He's not gonna do that. He's gonna have His people. He's gonna have His people set up, and He already has it basically predestined for His people to be set up and to overcome this place, which being His elect into 1/3. All right. So pray you one of those. Y'all design part of that hopeful elect. I know probably didn't lesson on it, but some may argue, why is it set up like this? Why is the righteous? How you know you the righteous? I mean, ultimately, bloodline and spirit. But why is it so? Why is it the wicked? Why is the righteous? But it's above all things. It's above His ways above our ways. He has given the knowledge to make us understand, at least in our way, in our eyes, how it's happened. But but I'm gonna go get this. Is Romans chapter 9 verse 21 says, "Have not the power." Oh, actually, verse 20 says, "Nay, but O man, who art thou that replies against Yahweh? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, Why hast thou made me thus? So shall the creation say to the Creator, Why have you made me? Have not the power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor." So just like us, we're the vessel of honor. We're the children of righteousness, children of peace, the peculiar people, chosen generation. All right. And for these 2/3, for Esau and these heathens, they are not. They are a vessel to dishonor, to only set up to teach our people a lesson, to put us in slavery, to murk us, all right, but not to set up a whole nation and be filled with righteousness and be chosen by the Most High righteously, all right. It's just simply to show our people, that we shouldn't be doing these bad things and going against the Lord, punish us, and we'll learn. This last captivity that we have to go under, which being under captivity under Esau, heathens, even to the people that wanna hurt us and our women. It says, "What if Yahweh willing to show his wrath and make his power known, endured which much vessels long suffering, the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. All right. So these vessels of destruction are made for. It says, endure with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. All right. So he made these ones that ought to be destroyed. The one to dishonor. He long suffering. Esau has been in power for the past 1,000 years. Or shoot, 2,000. Been doing the thing for a minute. Ultimately, us being in slavery for the past 500 years. That been allowed through Esau's kingdoms, and now being on top of the world right now, physically, economically, whatever. Esau, the Caucasian race, on top of the world, he is only set up to be that because he is the vessel of wrath fitted to destruction. All right, long suffering it is, because to us it's been, 1,000 years, but to Most High has only been a few days or a day, ultimately. But that's why it's so though, the one that was fitted for dishonor. You can't go against the will of the Most High Yahawah Shema Shai, and if so, this is this ultimate prize you get. Transgression for our people is transgression. We get slavery, we get murder, so on and so forth. And for the wicked, they can just be made for long suffering to teach his righteous a lesson, and then be plucked. Simple as that. And just going back to the main point, it says Hebrews 6:10, for Yahweh is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which you have showed toward his name, Yahweh Bashim Shai, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. All right. So Yahweh's not going to forget his people. He's not going to forget his saints, the ones that call out the name to the very end, and have done the work and prayed and ceased, pray without cease, and have studied to show themselves approved. The ones on highways and byways and corners right now, that's praying without ceasing and studying to serve approved, being the real news, what's going on across this world. People really need to know Venezuela, America going against Venezuela, America being, America is freaking deadly spiritually, but it's being battled on multiple fronts. Russia, China, they want to get Venezuela though. While they do have little Satan over there, Israel fighting against the Gaza or whatever, Ishmaelites and stuff. But and a spiritual battle that's being revealed by his prophets, his men, his prophets, the secrets. Everyone know that this place is wicked, but it's being shown that what's the extent, and of course the mirth is kind of what's blocking that. The excitement of this land is what's blocking our people from just only being about economics, or only being about community, of some sort. But once that mirth is completely dead, the economics is even done away with. They're gonna have to only see the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai, which is not gonna forget his holy ones, his saints, his chosen people, the 144,000 elect men, and the 1/3. All right. But with that, Yahweh, I was edifying a little lesson with that. So Shalom.